Test. Okay, this is interesting. I probably need to change my pajamas to something else. Yeah, this pajamas look like a dress, but it's not really a dress. It's called thobe, or we really don't call it thobe. That thobe is like the more official thing, but it's kind of the same thing. Jalabiya, but for the male, not for the female. Doesn't make sense, but this is your cultural lesson. Let's go back to my teacher outfit that I don't actually wear in school. Okay, so today we're going to talk about pitch document and why they are important. If you are an indie game developer, you need to have lights in your room, right? I tell this a lot to my students. It's a lot of fun to build games, but at the same time, you have to pay rent. So being an indie game dev by yourself does not pay the bill until you actually have a product. So what can you do instead of waiting until you actually have a project to make some money? It is finding someone that believes in your idea and will be willing to pay money for the idea to come true. So how can you find those people? You can find them by applying, just like applying for a grant, applying for blah, blah, blah. You're showing them, hey, this is my idea and I want your money because it's going to make you money, because that's what people care about, making money. They don't care about the idea being so wholesome, at least in the marketplace. So how can you convince people that your game is good? By creating a pitch document, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a pitch document. Have I made a pitch document before? Yes. Have it made me any money? No. I'm just going to be upfront with you, but I am a game development teacher, so I'm going to teach you how to do it, and hopefully yours will work. So what is a pitch document useful for? Pitch documents are used to recruit team members, find sponsors for your project, or even share your ideas to the public. Whenever you're creating your pitch document, you will focus on your intention. Are you trying to recruit team members? If that's your goal, that will be a different kind of pitch document, which if you want that, just comment down below and we can make a video about it. If you're trying to get money, which will be the focus of this video, then follow the steps in this tutorial. Another way, you can maybe want to share it with the public. That will be another story. Again, you can comment down below and we can make it happen. So if you're seeking money and sponsors for your game or publishers, what would you do? There are 4 questions you want to answer in this document. The first question being, what are your project/game aims? So in this section, you will describe what the game is trying to achieve. And there are some points you want to make sure you hit. The core purpose of your game, the problem it's trying to solve or need to fulfill, the target audience, the final outcome you want your game to create. And to help you cover those points, I came up with a few questions that you can ask yourself while you're working on this stage. What are you making? Why does it need to exist? Who benefit from it? And what does success look like for this project? If you answered those 4 questions, you will cover this point flawlessly. The second big idea/question you need to worry about is what's unique about your project or game. So this is your USP. USP stands for unique selling point, and this is basically the most important part of this whole pitch document. In this part, you will explain what separates your project from all the other games outside. Are you making a game? Let's say you're making a Tetris. Why your Tetris is better than the original Tetris, which hence it's not gonna be. Or if you're making like a platformer, why your platformer will be better than the other platformers. So this is what you're going to tackle in this section. And I have some points for you as well, just like the previous section. See, I'm here to help you. So since I'm here to help you, why don't you help me by liking and subscribing? That really will boost this channel up. Some of the things you can consider as a unique selling point is your original artwork. Is your art unique? Are you coming with a new concept? Are you using an art concept that haven't been used in video games and making it into a video game? That could be a good selling point. Are you inventing a new gameplay mechanic or reusing a mechanic in a certain way that makes it very unique? Are you reaching an audience that haven't been reached before and they will be your big market? And some question to consider while you are working on this section so you're not overshooting. Why hasn't this been done before? Like, why are you the first one coming up with it? Did you just think about it and no one else thought about it, or is it impossible to make? So that's something you need to consider. What can user get in your project or game that they can't get in other places? That's what makes it unique. What will make people remember your game? What will make it special to them that 20 years from now, they'll be like, oh, I remember when I played Pokemon for the first time. Something like that. By the way, one of the reasons the video been late is I've been playing Pokemon Emerald again. It's fun. I mean, I love Pokemon games. Alright, this is the third main idea and the most important for money-wise, not for the whole project. This is like the money part. It's what makes your project marketable? Anyone will give you money. They want to know why people will buy your project, because if they gave you money and no one bought your project, they will lose the money and they want to make their investment back. So it's really important to them to know if your project is marketable or not. So in this section, you will focus on the market demand, current trends, audience size, revenue opportunity, community interest, and social impact of your project. And to help yourself understanding whether your game is marketable or not, ask yourself those following questions. Why will people want this game? And you can see this question is really linked to the question from the previous point about the engagement of the user and why would people want to play your game, and it's really connected to all of those. So they don't have to be separate section, those can be intertwined. And I'm going to show you an example of pitch document. I linked all of them down below in the description. Is there a growing market for this idea or for this game? You know, because if the market is in a stalemate or just not growing, then what we're doing here, people will not put money on something that is not going to return money. Remember, it's all about profit, I guess. Such a pretty world we're in. What makes your project appealing to customers, investors, and publishers? Because you want to attract their eyes, you want them to look at it and be like, aha, this is what we want. And the fourth and final question in this series will be, what skill/plan you have to overcome any hurdles in the future? So stakeholder, basically people who will give you money, really care about knowing how your project will actually be successful. So they want to know what future-proof plans you have. They don't want you to just tell them this amazing thing that would sound like a Ponzi scheme or a pyramid scheme because it doesn't have any support behind it. But they want to know, like, how are you going to actually overcome those things? Not just the dreamy part, but also the technical part. This is important as well. In this part, you're going to discuss what skills your team have, whether it's just a one-man team, just you by yourself, or you have a bunch of people who are working with you. So list your relevant experience. And also mention the potential challenges you might face, because we're not superhumans, we have limitation. But when you mention those difficulties or problems you might face, that's where the plan part comes. Mention how you're planning to overcome them. Not just be like, I don't know how to draw. That's my problem. So, no, you have to tell me the solution with it. Be like, I don't know how to draw. I'm hiring this artist who will take care of all the art, and this is what they can do. Something like that. And finally, just a bonus for you all, give them an estimated budget. People who will give you money, they love to know how much money you need, because they can't just be like, how much money you need, and you're like, give me $1 million. What for? And then you break it down for them at the spot. No, if you have a table or you have a way to show them how much money you would need, that will be really good for them, because they want to see the breakdown of it. Of course, you don't have to be super detailed. You don't have to be like, well, I need $20 today for my lunch. No, like just general stuff. And again, the examples I'm going to show you all at the end will have everything on it. And whenever you're budgeting, slightly over budget, like say you need a little bit more money than you actually, don't under budget to make it sound cheap so you can secure funds. Because if you under budget and they gave you exactly what you asked for and you needed more money, you're gonna look bad. But if you over budget and you saved money, you're gonna look good. But don't like extremely over budget. Like if your project is $50,000, don't estimate $80,000. Like, be conservative with that. I'm gonna let you figure that part out by yourself. Okay, those are the pitch document I said I will share with you all. The link is in the description below. Those are some good pitch document that have won prizes or got money or funded, and there is 14 of them, and you will realize that every one of them is a different style, but they all have the same key features. So different games, different type of games, different styles of games. You have novels, you have different art style, and as well you can see that the art style of the pitch document reflect the art style of your game, and some of them even have a demo of the game, and that's gonna be really helpful. So don't forget to add all of that to your game. And if you need extra help, I created this pitch document helper where it will help you create your pitch document, and it's also linked down in the description. I hope these tips were helpful. If I missed something, or if you done a pitch document before and you got a good positive or negative replies, please let me know in the description below. I hope you'll have a wonderful morning or night, depending when you're watching the video. Bye!